Hey, good morning, everyone. So I know a video lecture is not ideal. I'm going to try and make this short, but still really helpful. It's very important that you guys follow along and pay attention. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some opportunities throughout this video to earn extra credit, earn a raffle ticket, and then earn an assignment extension, right? More time to do an assignment. But you guys are going to have to do specific tasks that I say at different parts of this video to earn those special rewards. So please pay attention, maybe take some notes, especially write down your tasks that you have to do to earn that stuff. So, all right, I'm going to put this in split screen because just like any other Monday, we're going to look at the study guide and kind of match it up with Canvas. I'm going to go into a little more detail than I usually do because I'm not in class for you guys to ask questions. But remember, I am available by email, and email me if you would like a Zoom appointment. All right, because we can schedule a Zoom appointment and I can talk any of this out with you. Really quickly, I want to take you back to last week in class because we left off with those MLA outlines, and I want you guys to know that you have the PowerPoint that we did right here. Week 6, it's Ag Business Week 6 MLA outline PowerPoint. So this is everything we did in class, and then in class I talked to you guys about how this PowerPoint goes into more detail about adding your conclusion and then connecting the points, right? Turning your outline into something that is a readable paper. So again, here's our closing statements and some tips on how to connect the points. When you look at that outline, your introduction and your conclusion only have 2 sentences, right? So you're going to need to add more to that, and this helps you do that. You'll see I show you how to turn it into a complete paragraph. All right. So again, that was found in the files section, and it's the week 6 PowerPoint, the MLA outline. All right, let's bring it back to this week. All right, so at the very top of this module, you have already clicked on this video. You don't see it yet because I haven't posted it. Right after that is the study guide, which we're going to look at right here. And then the first item on the list is getting started with a resume. That's this guy right here. I'm going to click on these and go through them one by one. We're not going to watch this. This is Terry, for those of you in first period. He was in our class the other day. He made this video to kind of walk you through some of the formatting specifics because you guys are going to be building this resume in Word. You guys are going to be formatting it yourself and not using any kind of a template. All right, so he helps you with a lot of those formatting specifics. I suggest that you watch this video right after my video is over. You guys can watch it as a group, talk about it. It's 9 minutes, 35 seconds long, so a little bit longer, but it's very useful. If I clicked next, I'm in this review action words. This is just a list of words to help you guys kind of change some of the language you're using on the resumes. I know it gets kind of redundant, right, where you repeat information. So this is a way to kind of use some new words that maybe mean the same thing. So I just have this as a list right here for you. All right, here's the Forbes How to Write a Killer Resume article. You just click on this link. It takes you to a Forbes article. It's not super long. You can read through that for some tips on how to create an effective resume. Next is a Today Show video. Again, how to build a killer resume. This video is only 3 minutes long. It's like a news broadcast. So I think it's really useful because it talks about how to maybe include some things when you don't have a lot of work experience to add to your resume. So please check that video out. And then last on our reading materials is going to be an example resume. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. All right, so this kind of mirrors what Terry's video did. At the top, you'll see your contact information. We'll talk about this in detail, each section, a little later in the video, but I want to go over it while you have the picture right here. I need your name to actually be your name, okay? But this address, phone number, and email, they don't actually have to be your real contact information. Your objective section needs to say what job you're applying for. All right. It doesn't have to be a job that you would really apply for. This can be a fake resume. You could be designing it for this specific job for a purpose, right? But I need to see the job you're applying for and the company. Doesn't have to be a real company. Okay. We'll talk about that more. You need to include your education section, a related coursework section, and relevant experience. For you guys, this relevant experience can be either work experience or volunteer experience. I know I'm going to see a lot of volunteer experience on here, okay? And then a skills section. So please come back, reference this when you guys are formatting your resume in class today, because this should be what you guys are spending the majority of your time on, all right? So if you've made it this far and you're still paying attention, thank you very much. A little bit later, we will talk about our resume discussion board. If you post a smiley face anywhere in your resume discussion board, I'm going to go ahead and do a raffle when I come back on the 12th. All right. And so just all I need is a smiley face in that resume discussion board, and you will earn a raffle ticket. All right, so let's move on our study guide. We've gone through all of our readings and PowerPoints, right? So now kind of talk about what we're supposed to be doing in class. Of course, you're already watching the lecture video. So now resume rough draft. And you'll see that this is due on Thursday. All right, so by end of day on Thursday, you guys need to submit this resume rough draft. Let's look at the sections in a little more detail. All right, here's your resume rough draft assignment. I have the steps broken up here and more detailed instructions down here. Please review the detailed instructions for each area. It's very important that you get the content complete. All right, so I broke it up into steps here to help you guys understand what you have to do, but it is very important that you guys review this information down here. So let's go from the top. After this video, like I said, please watch this Getting Started with a Resume video. We already talked about how you have to, kind of choose a fictional job. It can also be something that you intend to actually do. And right here, step 1, selecting your job, goes into more detail about some of those specifics. All right. Then I need you to add your contact information, objective, education, coursework, experience, and skills. All right. So you start by structuring your resume. And again, that Getting Started with a Resume video helps you learn how to add those sections and kind of change your alignment a little bit. It's the same stuff we've been practicing, okay? Then your sections. We're going to talk about these. Contact information. Again, your name needs to be real, but your address, phone number, and email does not need to be your actual information. I use this word a lot. Fictional, right? Fictional, not real. So please make it up. Career objective. That's that role that you're applying for. And the company, again, can be fictional. If you're really interested in a specific job, get on a job posting website like Indeed and look at possible job titles. Look at companies, real companies that are hiring. You can actually make this to be something you could use in the future. All right, you're going to list your education. Again, the video tells you how to do that, but it is very important that you list your most recent degree first. So if this is a fictional resume and you've already graduated with your master's degree needs to be at the top. If the job you're applying for is as a bachelor's degree and you need to show that you've earned a bachelor's, you do that. If you're choosing to create this resume for you now to maybe enter an internship, then I suggest that you put West Hills College at the top, that your current degree program, and Avenel High School as your education. Remember, email me with questions. Your relevant coursework is just pretty much a list of the courses that you've taken that are relevant for the job you're applying for. So if you've chosen to do a farm director position, right, this fictional resume, maybe you want to list agriculture business or computer information systems. Let's say you want it to be something more realistic and you want to be a nurse, right? So maybe you want to apply for a hospital clinic internship. Maybe you're not getting paid yet. This is just for you to get experience. So the careers or the coursework that you should list here are things like health science and kinesiology. So really, this is up to you to determine, right? How are you going to write this resume? What kind of job are you going to apply for? And then everything else is built off of that. Your work or volunteer experience, again, this should all pertain to whatever job you're applying for. So I'm not going to list maybe McDonald's if I'm applying to a job in molecular biology, right? Because a job at McDonald's doesn't really prepare me for a job in molecular biology. So if you're making this resume up, make sure your work or volunteer experience matches your job. If this is your real resume for you to get maybe an internship or a first job, put your volunteer experience. Send me an email. Tell me some of the things that you've done, and I can help you write this in a way that it shows what skills you've learned during those experiences. And then lastly, a list of skills. These are just bullet points, all right? And again, they need to be relevant to your target job. Technical skills, maybe time management, delegation, right? Delegation means that maybe you've been a boss somewhere and you can give tasks to other people. Software proficiency. We did that in this class, right? You guys know Microsoft Excel, or you will, Microsoft Word. You guys are pretty familiar with Google Suite, right? Google Docs, Google Slides, things like that. You can call that Google Suite. If you speak another language, definitely list it here. And then other competencies, Terry gives you some good tips in that video. So make sure you're watching that video to help you out with this skills section. In class today, this is really what you should be working on, is formatting this resume rough draft. You will have the rest of class today and then some time in class on Thursday to get it done. And it needs to be turned in Thursday evening. All right, so where are we on the study guide? Looks like we're now at Content B quiz. You will start class on Thursday with this quiz. You'll notice up here 10 points, 10 questions. It regards to the formatting videos that we watched last week and a lot of the same stuff that we've been doing in class together with Microsoft Word. All right, this quiz should not take you very long. It is open note, open resource, and you have 2 tries to get it done. All right, so go ahead and just get this quiz out of the way on Thursday, and then you have plenty of class time to continue working on your resume, which is due Thursday night. And you also have a resume discussion board. What else do we have due? Our MLA paper, right? So also this week, this is really at home, you guys need to be working on drafting that MLA paper. Your sub has passed back the outlines that you guys did. I've given you feedback. Please review that feedback. So you will have plenty of time in class to just work on your resume and your paper. We're going to look at some of that in a little more detail. We're now at the deliverables section, right? What are you guys needing to do kind of more on your own? Great job for making it this far, guys. I hope you're still paying attention and listening. I know it's kind of long, but I want to say, if you go ahead and get all of these assignments done this week, right, before the due date, which is Sunday at 11:59 p.m., send me an email that just says I'm done, and I'll give you 10 extra credit points. All right, so I need to see that you've turned in the resume rough draft, you did your quiz, your discussion board, and your tutor assignment. We'll talk about that in a minute. But once you turn in all of those assignments, send me that email, 10 extra credit points. All right, I know it's going to be a long week. So let's start with this resume discussion board. Steps. All you guys need to do is post a resource, right? Get on Google, type in tips for writing resumes. Please don't necessarily choose something on the first page because everybody's going to be Googling the same thing, right? Actually look around a little bit for something you think is useful. I love a social media video even, okay? So anything that you want to share. So post a link to that, whether it's an article, a website, or a video, and give me 1 to 2 sentences about why you think it's useful, right? I thought this was a good resume because it told me how to write my skills section. I thought this was a good resume because it helped me with volunteer experience because I don't have work experience. I'm not looking for anything fancy, just something straight and to the point. This is due by Friday, right? By Friday. Your initial post, your resource, and your 1 to 2 sentences. And you'll see that reflected in the study guide, due Friday, 10/6. Then by Sunday, you need to look at a peer's response. Check out their resource, whether it's a video or an article or a website, and give them 1 to 2 sentences about what you thought about it. That's all I'm asking for this discussion board. And again, due by Sunday. Last but not least, this research paper is really done on your own the rest of the week, right? I've added this bring your research paper to a tutor assignment to help you guys kind of structure that time. So that means that by Sunday, you need to have written a rough draft and taken it to a tutor. This is halfway through the 2 weeks you have to write the paper, all right? So by halfway through the 2 weeks, you guys should really have a solid rough draft and get some feedback. And then you have that last week to apply that feedback and finish your paper. All right, so let's look at the steps here. 1, write the rough draft of your research paper. I hope you all are already well on your way. By Thursday, end of class, right? Thursday, you should really have some solid stuff on paper so that you're seeing a tutor probably by Friday at the latest. Right here, bring that tutor or bring that paper to a tutor in either NC 100 or NetTutor. So NC 100 is what we talked about in class. I know the link was blocked, but it should be cleared now. Also, you have instructions on how to access that found in files. Just like we found that MLA template, the NC 100 is going to be under week 1, and it says tutoring instructions. All right, so you guys are going to be able to find that. You can meet with a tutor face-to-face over Zoom through NC 100. You also can take it to NetTutor, right? NetTutor is just right over here on the left. WHCC NetTutor. I'm going to actually show you guys what this looks like because this might be what a lot of you choose to do. Through this, you can actually just drop off your paper. Your tutor will provide you feedback and email it back to you. All right, guys, so when you log into NetTutor, this is what it looks like. And right here is going to be the paper drop-off, right? The NetTutor Writing Center. When you click on that, it takes you to a link where you can upload your paper. You can also drop in and meet with a live tutor, but sometimes wait times on NetTutor can be pretty long. So if you're looking to meet with somebody face-to-face over Zoom, I really suggest that you use NC100. All right, drop off your paper. You give them the name of your paper. Tell us about what it is, right? My paper is about gray water recycling and how it can reduce world hunger. Next, you upload it and then you hit submit. This can take 48 hours, all right? 2 days. So if this assignment is due on Sunday, that means that you need to be dropping off your paper to a tutor here in NetTutor by Friday at the latest. And sometimes they don't work on weekends. You might run into an issue with that. So I would suggest if you want to use NetTutor, you really get that turned in by Wednesday or Thursday. NC100 is a little more forgiving with time. Tutors can meet you face to face. So NC100 is a great option for somebody who maybe has waited until Friday to have their rough draft done. So I also want to say that if you have a tutor at Avenel High School that you would like to see instead, I will absolutely accept that. Just make sure you take a picture while you're in the session to show that you were there, or if they have a form they fill out to show you, to show a teacher that you attended, I'll accept the form too. For NC100, you need to submit a screenshot of the tutoring session. For NetTutor, a screenshot of the submission confirmation or the feedback you received, right? So on any of the 3 options, I should be getting some sort of picture verification that you guys actually attended a session. And that's what this says right here. Give me some kind of photo that shows me you participated. Also, a short summary of the feedback you received. So tell me what the tutor told you about your paper. It doesn't have to be long, needs to be a short summary. I'm looking for at least a paragraph, all right? And again, when you hit submit assignment here or start assignment, you can upload a file. You can give it to me, your summary in a Microsoft Doc, or you can type it directly into a text entry. All right, guys, you made it. You made it all the way through. So I know that this is quite a few things due this week. If you guys are worried about this tutoring assignment being due on Sunday, I just want to say that you'll be able to like this video in Canvas. You'll also be able to like it, I think, on YouTube, like directly from Canvas. I don't care how you like it. If I get at least 85% of students to like this video in some way, I will give you guys an extension until next Friday, right? So that's 10/10, October 10th. To get this to a tutor, to get your rough draft to a tutor. But I need to see that you guys got through this video all the way and you liked it. All right. So please, I can't say it enough. Email me with questions. Schedule a Zoom link or a Zoom appointment if you need any help. Not only am I not here this week, but we have a holiday next week. So you'll see it's very short. I don't have a lot of stuff for you guys to turn in. There's nothing for you to review. You're just going to give me a final version of your resume and a final version of your MLA research paper. That's all we're doing. So I know it seems really heavy this week, but these are just the rough drafts to prepare you for next week's assignments. And I hope you guys have a good holiday. All right, I'll see you when I get back.